Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We'll begin in a minute. We are waiting for others to join. We'll begin in a minute. A very good evening to everyone. A very warm welcome in today's webinar. I can see a lot of people have already joined. Great. So let us begin on that note. Today's webinar is a very special webinar. It's built around Women's Day. So we at NHT Global India, we're celebrating the entire month of March, dedicating it to Women's Day and Women's Special Month. So in that regards, I have built a special a webinar for all of you, which is dealing with women's health, women's wellness. And I'm going to give you a holistic approach to overall women's health and wellness. What do we need to worry about? What we need not worry about? What are the things that you have to take care when it comes to your overall health, your diet, your exercise? What are a few products that you should consider when it comes to women's health? So I'm going to talk about all of this throughout my presentation. So on that note, let us begin. All right, so for people who do not know me, my name is Sakshi Mishra. I am the product expert and scientific officer at NHT Global India. I take care of all the product-related, product science, product trainings, etc. All right, so let us begin. Let's talk women's health. These are the things we are going to cover today, right from the statistics of women's health. I'm also going to talk about the overall eating patterns, how, what are the pillars that you can take care of when it comes to good health. I'm also going to talk about nutrition that you should keep in mind when you want to take care of your overall wellness. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about nutraceuticals, our women-oriented products, and stay geared up till the end because I have curated a quiz for all of you. So whoever wins also gets a prize, etc. So stay geared up till the end of the webinar so that you can take benefit of that as well. So are you all ready to begin? Can I get a yes from all of you on the chat box? I know that you all are there, you all can hear me, and you are ready to begin. Are you all there? Can you all just write a yes on the chat box, everyone? Okay, great. I've started getting yeses. Perfect. Great. Awesome. So let's begin on that note. To start with, I'd like to talk about numbers so that you understand that why is this topic so important and why are we talking about women's health specifically, when it comes to Women's Special Month, why have we taken up health and wellness of women as a major topic? So there's a study done in April 2019. which says that unhealthy eating is the number one cause of death globally, which is a huge number, right? So if it is the number one cause of death globally, that is something we have to take care on an urgent basis. So this is the time to take action on nutrition. So this entire 10 years from 2016 to 2025, this is the major agenda when it comes to health of our of the Indians. This is the 10 years that is the best time to take care of nutrition and take action on that. Eating right is the key pillar of prevention of all sorts of non-communicable diseases. When I say non-communicable diseases, they are diseases that are not communicated by touch, etc. So, for example, diabetes, blood pressure, heart diseases, obesity, all of these problems are non-communicable diseases, and they are major problems in India, right? And eating right is the key pillar to make sure that nobody suffers from these problems and the issues that is created because of these problems. So eating right is the key. And it is highly recommended that by 2050, there has to be a substantial shift in the dietary pattern of people, so that, there's overall, there's like huge reduction in the consumption of unhealthy foods. There's increase in the consumption of healthy foods. And that kind of dietary shift, that kind of lifestyle shift is important if we want to remove unhealthy eating from the number one place that it is standing right now, right? So this is extremely important when it comes to women health, and when it comes to overall changing the dietary pattern of women. Now, when it comes to eating patterns of women, this is, found, and all of this comes from research that I've done, that healthier women are more likely to give birth to healthy babies, right? With a much better cognitive ability. So what I'm trying to aim here is, when you make sure that the health of a woman is all right, you are not just taking care of that woman, but you are taking care of generations after that woman. So if the woman is healthy, automatically the baby that she's going to give birth in future is going to be healthier, and then the cycle continues. So if you are taking care at one level, that just doesn't stop there. It goes on, generation after generation. You're just taking care of that. So it's very important. And the burden of women's chronic undernutrition is actually, across generations, is shifting the entire focus to women's food habits. Because, and when I say undernutrition, I'm not just talking about obesity or overweight, etc. There is problem like underweight, there's problem like deficiency of various nutrients. There's a lot of other problems also. Overall, when I talk about undernutrition of women and overnutrition of women, all of that majorly happens because of food habits. Of course, there are a lot of other reasons associated to it, but what is in your control is your lifestyle and is your food habits. And if you can take care of that, you will see amazing results in your overall well-being. And we'll see how is that possible. Again, one major area of concern is the micronutrient deficiencies. When I say micronutrients, they are the nutrients that is required by our body in smaller quantities. So there are two kinds of nutrients. There are macronutrients and there are micronutrients. When I say micro, that doesn't mean that they are not as important. They are very important, but our body requires it in a smaller quantity, and that is the reason they are called micronutrients. And all our vitamins, all our minerals, all our antioxidants, phytonutrients, all of that comes under micronutrients. Micronutrient deficiency is a big time matter of concern, because one, people are not aware about it, and two, people do not make that effort to correct it until they see some symptoms. Until you face a major deficiency problem, you will probably not pay attention to it. And that is the reason it's a matter of concern. So it is majorly affecting your health, and it is kind of inviting diseases. If you are not, well well versed with all micronutrients, your body is not well versed with all micronutrients, you're kind of inviting diseases. And of course, they can also lead to a lot of other symptoms. So there's less energy level. There can be issues with mental clarity. Overall capacity as a person reduces if you are micronutrient deficient. And many of these deficiencies are definitely preventable because, again, when I'm talking about nutrient deficiencies, that is something that is rectifiable. You can have that nutrient and that deficiency can be cured. It can be cured by having a diverse range of foods. It can be cured by having fortified food or even supplementation for that matter. So if you are like highly deficient in a particular nutrient, a doctor will directly prescribe you a supplement so that you quickly raise those levels in your body, in your blood overall. So these are all rectifiable deficiencies, and that is the reason it is important that you identify right in the beginning. You do not have to wait to see symptoms and then start working towards it. And of course, during adolescence, during early adulthood, basically, I'm talking about, say, in the range of your 15 to 30, 35 years old, that initial range, women should consume calcium-rich foods specifically so that they can develop a good bone mass for their body. So after a particular age, say after the age of 30 specifically, generally, the bone mass becomes steady in your body. There's no more bone mass that is created. So you have to develop a peak bone mass when your body is in the entire zone of creating it. And that happens in early adulthood and adolescence. So you should consume a good calcium-rich foods during that time. And that will obviously reduce the risk of developing osteoporosis. That's a bone-related problem later on in life. So if you take care in the beginning, you have a much better, adulthood, and later adulthood also. You can have like a nice life if you're taking care in the beginning. Also, women need an adequate iron intake during that time because they lose a lot of iron through menstruation. So every month there is loss of iron. So that needs to be taken care of when when we talk about foods, when we talk about what is your overall nutrient requirement. That is very, very important. Consuming iron-rich foods, if you are like highly deficient in iron, or if you have a low hemoglobin, etc., you might consider talking to a doctor or a nutritionist and start consuming iron supplements, etc., if that doesn't work for you. And if you are like absolutely fine, at least have good iron rich foods so that you do not suffer from any other problems that later on can happen. Iron deficiency is a very, very common deficiency in all women. One major reason is obviously menstruation that happens month on month, and there are multiple other reasons associated. So taking care of iron is also extremely important. So these are all the micronutrients that you require, and why deficiency of that can create a major problems later on in life. So it's important to take care of that. Other than that, you also require a few macronutrients to function properly, right? When I say macronutrients, they are usually all kinds of carbs, protein, fats. So basically, these are the three kind of macronutrients that I'm going to talk about later on. Right now, what you can see on my screen is your average calorie requirement based on your body weight and the category of work you fall into. Most of us fall into the sedentary lifestyle because we are mostly sitting and we are working on our laptops, our phones, etc. We do not have a very, very active lifestyle. But if you are a little active that way, you come in the moderate level. Heavy workers are usually the ones who are, kind of laborers, who work in farms, etc., who have to deal with heavy category of work, right? So anybody in this range with an average body weight of 55 has an estimated calorie requirement that you can see. So it is 1600, 2100 and 2700 respectively, if you see that. And if a woman is pregnant or lactating, there's obviously increase in the requirement. So here you understand that where do you fall and what is the kind of calorie your body requires. All right, so you can identify it right here and then probably start eating foods, start having diets, etc. That is kind of fulfilling this calorie requirement specifically. Now, what is a major problem these days is a lot of self-management that is required on day-to-day basis, and that is a real challenge. It is not always easy to be have like a perfect exercise schedule, have a perfect diet, have a perfect sleep schedule. All of that is not very easy. Sometimes it becomes a lot very overwhelming taking care of all of these things. So that is a major problem, and specifically in the era where we are right now, the post pandemic era, the post COVID-19 era, staying health vigilant is extremely important. It has never been as important as it had become a couple of years back. And now that we are aware of how much our health, how much our immunity plays a role in our bodies, in our overall well-being, it is extremely important that you start preventing yourself from getting into any diseases. We as we like a human nature, we are a little laid back when it comes to health. Unless we see a symptom, unless we see there's a problem, we do not deal with it, right? So it is extremely important that you start preventing from getting into those problems so that you do not have to deal with it. And that's always better. Prevention is always better than cure, right? So all of this was the problem, but is there any good news? Definitely there is. And I'm going to tell you that all of this is not a rocket science. You can actually do it yourself. You can manage it on day-to-day basis yourself. So it's not a rocket science. You can take care of your body and achieve all your health goals by following a few pillars of wellness. And I'm going to show you what are those pillars. These are the 4 pillars of health that you need to take care on day-to-day basis, and your health will be on point. And none of these pillars are very difficult to manage. Trust me. So, and when I say health, it's not just your physical health. It's not being slim and tiny and a slim waist and a flat belly. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about being fit. I'm talking about feeling healthy. And I'm also talking about mental well-being here. I'm talking about emotional well-being here. So all of this needs to be covered. When I say healthy individual, it's not just physical health. Your mental health, your emotional health, all of that plays a major role. One and the most important pillar of your health is nutrition. What are you feeding your body? Whatever you're feeding your body, you are going to see your body reciprocating it to you later on in life. Obviously, initially, when you are like in the young age, you do not see that happening because your body is kind of adapting to it. But later on in life, you will definitely see what you have fed your body. So it is extremely important that you feed good stuff to your body. You are feeding good, healthy foods to your body. You're not starving your body of all the nutrients that it requires. And you are fulfilling the requirements when it comes to all these nutrients on a day-to-day basis, like the daily requirements. And that's why it's like the first and the most important pillar of health. Second pillar that's very important is relaxation. Okay, so that's extremely important, and we usually kind of just let it pass. The reason is we do not give it a lot of priority. When I say relaxation, I mean stress relieving activities, whatever and in whatever form that could be. That could be going for a walk, that could be listening to music, that could be talking to a friend, that could be whatever you enjoy, that could be reading a book, whatever you like to do. You need to make sure that you de-stress yourself. All of us in this in this busy lifestyles are stressed. Okay, some are a little more stressed, some are a little less stressed, but all of us have stress levels, and we have a threshold in our body. Once you reach that stress threshold, your body starts showing up. You will not feel well, you will not feel good, you will suddenly start falling ill, and you'll wonder what happened. Probably the reason is stress. So stress relaxation is one major pillar you have to take care on day-to-day basis. Another thing is exercise, of course. Physical activity plays a very important role. You cannot be sedentary day in and day out. You have to have some kind of physical activity in your day-to-day routine. It could be in the form of walking, cycling, maybe running, going to gym if you like to go there. It could be swimming, it could be dancing, it could be anything that you enjoy. But some kind of exercise in the form of moderate physical activity should be there in your day-to-day life. What is recommended by WHO is 25 to 30 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity for at least 4 days a week. 4 to 5 days a week is recommended, which is not a lot, right? If from a 24-hour day, we can definitely remove 30 minutes for ourselves and do some kind of physical activity so that our body, our health stays on point, right? So exercise is a very, very important part when it comes to overall health. And the fourth, and again, something that we usually ignore is sleep. Sleeping is extremely essential when it comes to overall health. And when I say sleeping, it's not just the hours you sleep. It's obviously that is important, that how many hours are you sleeping? But more than that, what is the quality of your sleep? Are you letting your body rejuvenate itself when you're sleeping? While you're sleeping, that's the only time your body has for all the recovery it has to do. All the recovery happens while you're sleeping. And if you are not letting your body do that, your body will start deteriorating with time. And when that happens, you will start feeling it, right? You will start seeing it. And, usually also when, people come for weight loss or weight gain or any kind of health related goals, the first thing we ask them is, how much do you sleep? Because that's something that you can easily ignore, right? That's your body is made in a particular manner, and you're supposed to sleep in the night because your body requires that, and you should let your body rejuvenate itself in that time. So these are the four pillars that are extremely important, and if you start taking care of these four pillars, you will see that your health is on point, and slowly steadily this becomes a habit. Your body starts adapting to it, and then it will no longer be like a work that you have to do. It will become a habit in your day-to-day life, right? Now, let me also share with you some average macronutrient requirements that you require on a day-to-day basis. So like I told you, there are three major macronutrients: carbs, protein, and fats. Carbs, when I say, predominantly you require 50 to 55% of your overall diet should be carbs. Okay, carbs are, we usually consider carbs as the bad guy, but that is not the case. What kind of carbs you're having is also very important. So if you are having complex carbs like the whole grains, etc., they are great. You should avoid simple sugars. You should avoid honey. You should avoid, brown sugar, jaggery, table sugar. All of that is something that you can avoid. But complex carbs are important in the form of whole grains, millets, etc. That should be a part of your diet because carbs gives you the energy that your body requires, right? So 50 to 55%, that's like almost half of your diet should be carbs. Protein intake should be 15 to 20% of your diet. So whatever you're consuming, at least 15 to 20% should be protein. Fats, again, should be around 15 to 25%. Now, I would again like to reiterate that when we talk about fats, fat is usually considered the bad guy. That is not the case. Again, the quality of fat you're having is extremely important. And that is the reason I have given you that, bifurcation. Because if I say 15 to 25% fat, usually a tendency is to get very happy about it. Oh, I can have so much fat. What kind of fat are you having? Healthy fats should be, there in your body. You shouldn't consume a lot of cholesterol and trans fats and saturated fats, etc. And that is the reason I've given you caps. You have to do a little capping when it comes to saturated fats. It should be less than 7%. Your cholesterol intake should be less than 200 milligrams. And your trans fat intake should ideally be 0. But, that's not possible all the time. Should be less than 1%, not more than that. And you should have like good quality, good essential fatty acids is something you should have. You should have omega-3, you should have, EPA, DHA, all of that in your diet, because those are the kind of fats your body requires for a lot of things to be done. Also, your diet should be overall rich in fiber. And when I say fiber, I am again reiterating that it should be complex carbs. So all the complex carbs that you're eating is usually rich in fiber, and your fiber intake is extremely important when it comes to digestion, the overall, cleansing of your gut, etc. Also, your blood sugar levels or your blood pressure levels, all of that can be taken care of if you have good amount of fiber on a day-to-day basis. So you should have that on a regular basis. Now, since we've already had a word about macro, let us see what are a few micronutrients that your body requires. One major, micronutrient is the vitamins that we have. Vitamins are again of two types. There's water soluble and there is fat soluble. Water soluble vitamins are vitamin B and vitamin C. Your body requires them in good quantities. So you should make sure that vitamin B, vitamin C is there in your diet on an overall, when you're overall taking care of, okay, did I have all nutrients? Vitamin B, vitamin C are important. When I say that they are water soluble vitamins, you have to make sure that you do not, so for example, I'll give you an example. If you are having vitamin C with water, it is much better because it will get easily, absorbed in your body because it is a water soluble vitamin. Similarly, fat soluble vitamins are vitamin A, E, D, K. All of this should be had with healthy fats. If you're having it with that, it will be better absorbed in your body. Other than that, of course, there are a lot of micronutrients that are minerals. So your calcium, your iron, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, chromium, chlorine, and a lot more. All of these minerals are required in a little quantities for your body, but they are extremely important because if you do not have this on a regular basis, it can later on lead to a major problem. So I'll give you an example. If you are not having calcium rich foods because calcium requirement is not a lot, you're just you kind of ignoring the calcium rich foods. So initially it will be calcium deficiency. Later on, you will have problems with your bones. Later on, you will have problems while walking. Later on, you'll have problems sitting down, getting up, sleeping. All of that will become problem. And all of that because you do not have enough of calcium or enough of vitamin D for that matter. So you see, all of these are like major key pillars when it comes to your diet, and you have to take care of these micronutrients on a day-to-day basis. Other than that, of course, all the phytonutrients and antioxidants that your body requires have to be a part of your diet. When I say phytonutrients and antioxidants, the best source of this is your vegetables and fruits. If you have good quantity and good quality of vegetables and fruits on a regular basis, and when I say vegetables and fruits, best to have it whole, whole veggies, whole fruits. Do not juice it. Do not remove the fiber. Do not just, just make a puree and have it. Best is to have it whole. If you cannot have it whole, at least let the fiber be. Do not strain it off so that you get the requirements that your body has when it comes to antioxidants, phytonutrients, etc. So that's very, very important. So it's extremely, essential that you meet your micronutrients, your macronutrients, so that the overall oxidative stress your body goes through on a day-to-day basis, it can then deal with it in a much better manner. So all your, overall intake will, when you start processing it in a way that all of these requirements are met, your body will start dealing with your lifestyle in a much better manner, and you'll see that results yourself. All right. So these are all the micronutrient requirements that your body has. Now, since I'm talking about so many foods and fruits, what is the best plate? Like, how should your plate look like? When I say, like I told you about macronutrients, micronutrients, I'm sure you must have a question, Kifir, what should I eat? Tell me, what should I eat? So this is the answer to that. This is how your plate should look, right? This is the best balanced plate. So half of your plate should be non-starchy vegetables. So when I say non-starchy vegetables, these are all kind of veggies like your tomatoes, your bell peppers, cauliflower, cabbage, all kind of veggies should be at least half of your plate. 1/4 of your plate should have carbs. So that could be your rotis or your rice. Usually in India specifically, we have rotis, rice. It can also have your breads, your potato, etc. comes in this category because it has a lot of starch. So 1/4 of your plate should be that, and the remaining 1/4 should be full of proteins. So it can be, for vegetarians, it can be milk and milk products, or it can be dal, it can be lentils, it can be curd. It can be buttermilk. It can be anything of that sort. For non-vegetarians, it could be chicken, fish, any non-veg that you enjoy. It can be that, right? Just make sure that red meat, etc., you do not have on a regular basis because they have a lot of trans fats. So this is how your plate should look like. 1/4 carbs, 1/4 protein, and half of your plate should be full of vegetables. So usually, when we sit with a plate and we want to start eating healthy, what do? We eat our regular, food. We have our roti, sabzi, dal, rice, all of that we have, and we add a bowl of salad to it, right? So here, I would like to tell you, this is a myth. Having salad with your entire meal is not going to help you stay a healthy life. You have to change the kind of meal you're having. So again, the salad or the vegetables in the cooked form or uncooked form, in whatever form, should form half of your plate. It should not form additional part of your plate. It should be half of your plate so that you can reduce the other things. You can reduce your carbs and you can increase your protein. So it should not be a side dish. It should be the main dish. And then comes the side things that you have to have. That is how your balanced plate, it should look like. Also, when I'm talking so much about health and how your plate should look like, I would like to tell you that you do not have to follow it all the time, because then it becomes, very overwhelming. And me, myself, being a nutritionist, I do not follow it all the time, right? We want breaks. We crave for food. We crave for our perfect pizza. We like, a slice of cake once in a while. And that's absolutely fine. Your body gives you that buffer and you can do that. And that is what we call the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule basically suggests that 80% of what you're having should be healthy. And if that is the case, you are easily guilt-free allowed to have 20% of what you like. So even in the day, for that matter, if you're having 80% good, 20%, you're allowed to go here and there. You do not have to be perfect 100% of time, because then you'll get overwhelmed and you'll stop having that. Right? So if you're having proteins, carbs, healthy fats, all of that, you're taking care 80%, then you can have your favorite snack once in a while. So 80-20 is what you have to take care, so that you're not depriving your body of the little pleasures it has. So you're not depriving your body of chocolates. You're not depriving your body of your favorite cake, your pizza, etc. You can give your body like a treat once in a while. So you had a wonderful week and you took care of your diet. Maybe weekend, you can just enjoy what you like, something like that. So 80-20 rule is what you have to follow. But again, when I say 80-20 rule, portion size is extremely important. Here, what we see is when we let the person enjoy the kind of foods they like, they usually overeat. And that's a human tendency. So if I'm saying weekends you can enjoy, doesn't mean Saturday, Sunday, you're just having pizzas. Then there's no logic, right? Portion size is extremely important. You can maybe just, instead of having like a big piece of cake, you can just have a small piece. Your cravings will anyways be satisfied. So that is called the 80-20 rule. 80% healthy, 20% of what you like. All right. So you can start doing this very, and that's very easy to do, not a big rocket science, right? So now that we've had a word about how your diet should be, what is the best way to consume food, how your plate should look like, etc. Even after all of that, there's a high chance that, we are missing out on nutrients. We are not giving our body the kind of food it requires. Also because of the kind of lifestyle we have. Maybe we don't have the time to cook. Maybe we don't have the time to get the most fresh vegetable available. Maybe we don't have the time to do exercise. Maybe we don't have the time to sleep, all of that I told you. So, but none of it is an excuse. The best thing is to do all of that. But even after that, if your diet is not giving you the kind of nutrients it requires, and there could be multiple reasons, sometimes your body is not absorbing it, sometimes it's not available for you, there are a lot of reasons. So you still need to bridge the gap. And that bridging the gap is something that is done by health supplements, nutraceuticals, and probiotic foods. Right? So this is what, here is where the health supplements come in picture. If your diet is unable to fulfill your requirements, health supplements are something that will, give you good results and will fulfill all the requirements that your body has. So if you're not having it by diet, or if you cannot have it by diet, you don't have to stop there. You don't have to deprive your body of the benefits the nutrients has. You always have a resort, that is health supplements, that you can look up to as your body requires, as in when it requires, right? Again, let me tell you, doesn't mean that you can just skip diet and have health supplements. Then you will not see results. It has to be a combination. It has to be a good diet with a good supplement. Then that combination is something that will lead to ultimate health, and that will help you reach the ultimate goal of your health, right? So because we're talking about women wellness today, I'm going to share with you a lot of, NHT Global products, especially from our wellness line, that are targeted nutritional supplements that are going to provide great benefit when it comes to women health, that comes to nutrient requirements, vitamins, minerals, everything that your body craves, right? So I'm going to share those supplements with you right now. I'm going to talk about each in detail. All right, so the number one product that women should consider on a day-to-day basis is Triotein protein powder. So for members who are already consuming it, I'm sure you know the kind of magical benefits this product is showing. For people who don't know about it, let me tell you that Triotein protein powder, as the name suggests, is a protein powder. It comes from whey protein isolate. So if you see the ingredients of the product, the major ingredient is whey protein isolate. So the kind of protein here is whey protein. But it doesn't stop there. Other than that, there are also 3 major amino acids present in the product, which is glutamine, glycine, and cysteine. And that is the reason the name of the product is Triotein. Tri meaning 3. Right? So these 3 amino acids are additional amino acids that we are providing you in the product, so that you don't just get benefit of protein, but you also enjoy the benefits that these 3 amino acids have. These 3 amino acids together work in a manner to produce an antioxidant in your body that is called glutathione. And this antioxidant works like great. It works like magic in your body. Glutathione is something that is already produced in your body, but with age, slowly, steadily, the production goes down. And these 3 amino acids are prerequisites for the formation of glutathione. So that is the reason we have added these 3 amino acids to the product. And other than that, there's also vitamin D present in the product. And when I say vitamin D is present, let me first tell you that all the women, like I wouldn't say all, but at least 90-95% of women are vitamin D deficient. Me, you, everybody watching this is majorly vitamin D deficient. And, we have to make sure that we take care of it right now, rather than just dealing with it later on when you start seeing problems, visible symptoms of vitamin D deficiency. To make sure that is taken care, we have added 100% of your daily requirement to Triotein. So when you have 1 serving of Triotein, it is giving you 100% of your daily requirement of vitamin D. So the product does not just give you protein. So it's not a random protein powder that you get in the market. It's not that. It's much, much more than that. It has 3 amazing amino acids added to it. So it has glutamine, it has glycine, it has cysteine, and it also has 100% of your daily requirement of vitamin D. So just 1 serving will lead to, fulfilling your overall vitamin D requirement on a day-to-day basis. So it is important to make sure that you take care of this, so that later on in life, your bone mass index, all of that is taken care of. There's no problem when it comes to your bone health later on in life, right? The product is absolutely soy-free, antibiotic-free, and hormone-free. Of course, there are multiple benefits. It helps to improve immune function in your body. Like I told you, it helps you in glutathione production. So it helps you with that. It helps you with antioxidant support. It helps you with overall cellular protection, right? Also, it benefits your gut, your liver, your neurological function. Now, I'm saying neurological function is because it has vitamin D and it has those amino acids. So Ordinary protein powder will just give you protein. It will help build your muscle health. But this is much more than that. It has an effect on your antioxidant. It has an effect on your cell health. It has an effect on your gut, your brain health, etc. And of course, it supports healthy bones and your teeth, right? So just one scoop of this product gives you 9 grams of non-GMO protein. Non-GMO is non-genetically modified. So it's the most bioavailable form of protein, whey protein isolate, right? It gives you approximately 2000 milligrams of glutamine, 1000 of glycine, and 500 of cysteine, which is a lot, right? And 100% of your daily requirement of vitamin D. So that is how this product is a go-to product when it comes to women health. Another very important product for women health is omega-3 essential fatty acids. And this is something that all women are probably, we know the requirement of this product because this product shows you visible benefits. When I say visible benefits, this product directly deals with your skin health, your hair health, your nail health. It directly deals with all of that. So this omega-3 essential fatty acids that we at NHT Global provide you is a very different kind because, it is curated in a form that it's highly potent. Just one serving of omega-3 is giving you 1000 mg of EPA and DHA, which is awesome. You do not have to have capsules and capsules to make sure that you're, fulfilling your daily requirement. Just one serving is more than enough. It's highly potent. It has a great purity because it comes from, a good quality fish. The fish oil is great. It comes from small fishes, which has good quality of omega-3. And of course, we've also taken care of taste here. Usually, omega-3 gives you a fishy aftertaste, which is not very pleasant. So we've added some citrus flavors to the product to make sure that you're getting all the benefits, while you are having the product, and you do not have to deal with any kind of taste issues also, right? So, like I told you, it has highly refined and concentrated omega fish oil. It also has an antioxidant blend added to it, and it has natural citrus flavors, which will not give you any fishy repeat after consuming the product. There are great key benefits. There are multiple benefits. Like I told you, cardiovascular health is something that is directly related to essential fatty acids because fat and heart goes hand in hand. If you have good fat, you have good heart. If you do not understand that, what kind of fat you're having, you will have a compromised heart health. So you have to understand the kind of requirement your heart has when it comes to cardiovascular health. And essential fatty acids are very important. It's also important because it's called essential because it is not produced in your body. You have to consume it. You rather consume it from, your food products, or you consume it from your supplements. So that is the reason it's essential in health. It's called essential because you have to consume it. Your body cannot produce it. It is great for your brain health. It's great for your joint health. So, any kind of joint issues, omega-3 is something that is also recommended. Of course, it's great for your weight. So, overall metabolism of your body improves when it comes to, when you start having omega-3. There's great skin health, your hair health, etc. is also taken care of. And your overall vision and ocular health is also improved. So that is the kind of benefits omega-3 essential fatty acids give you. Coming to yet another wonder product we have, that's Enhance Essential Probiotics. Now, this is a product that is to deal with women wellness, is because a lot of women complain of a lot of gut issues they have day in and day out. And it's not just women, even men complain of it, but women complain of it even more, especially during the menstruation time, right? So during the menstruation time, there's a lot of digestive issues, there's constipation for some, there's diarrhea, there's a lot of issues that comes during menstruation time. And not just that, there's issues during menopause when, during say 45, 50 years of old, when you become of that age and you stop menstruating, there's digestive issues then. And there's overall also a lot of digestion problems that women complain of. And this is a go-to product when it comes to that. It has major ingredients that it has, like the name suggests. It has probiotics. It has good bacteria. There are 8 different kinds of probiotics that the product has. And these are the different strains that are present in the product. So usually if you see a probiotic in the market, it's a single strain probiotic. But here we've added 8 different strains so that your body can enjoy benefits of all. So, that's great. Other than the probiotics, it also has 4 types of prebiotics added to it. When I say prebiotics are basically food for probiotics. Probiotics are good bacteria and they are live bacteria. They need to thrive in our acidic gut. Our gut is extremely acidic in nature. So if you just have it, just have the probiotics, it will die by the time it reaches the gut. So to make sure that it doesn't die, you need food for that. And that is the reason prebiotics are added to the product. Usually if you go to a doctor and the doctor is prescribing you antibiotic, if you have an infection of any sort, etc., and a doctor is prescribing you antibiotic, there's a high chance that he will also prescribe you a probiotic. Rather, I should say he should definitely prescribe you a probiotic, because antibiotic kills bacteria. It has no judgment that what is good bacteria and what is bad bacteria. It just blanket overall kills bacteria. So you have to flush your body with, you don't require the bad bacteria, but you have to rejuvenate your body with good bacteria. And that is the reason it is important that with antibiotic, you are prescribed a probiotic. And that is why this is the kind of, flora that your gut requires. And we have also added prebiotics to it. So you don't have to have a prebiotic separately. You get the benefit of it right in just one product, right? It has multiple benefits. So, just one serving gives you 10 billion probiotics. It promotes ultimate intestinal health and it relieves all the gastrointestinal issues. So if you are someone who is dealing with constipation, diarrhea, acidity, flatulence, heartburn, etc., your food is not getting digested, and there are any kind of issues that you see when it comes to gastrointestinal problems, this is the go-to product. It also improves the absorption of nutrients. Why? Because 90% of your absorption is taking place in your gut. So if your gut is gone for a toss, your nutrients will also not get absorbed in your body. So it's very important that you have good quality of probiotics so that your gut health is on point. And of course, your digestive system, your immune system, all of that is on point if you have a good gut health. So all of this is taken care of by this product. Another very important product that I'd like to talk about is Cluster X2. Cluster X2 is basically a hydrating concentrate that is going to help your body in cellular hydration. So when I say cellular hydration, let me give you a little background. We have 2 types of water. The regular water that we drink is usually bound in nature. And the water that we are offering you in Cluster X2 is clustered in nature. It has microclusters present in it. So because it has microclusters present in it, it is very easy for those kind of clusters to go in the cell and come out of the cell. And that is the reason it can help you, cellularly hydrate yourself, because it can easily get inside the cell and come out of the cell. And that is what we are trying to do here. We are trying to target your cellular hydration. The major ingredients here is clustered water, of course. And other than that, it also has pomegranate, cranberry, and grapeseed added to it. So that you also get antioxidant benefits along with the regular clustered water benefits that the product has to offer you. There are multiple benefits. Number one is it improves the delivery of nutrients. Obviously, because all nutrients are getting delivered via your blood. If you are hydrated, your blood will make sure that all nutrients are delivered to your cells very efficiently. If you are not, hydrated, your nutrients will not enter your cells. And that is where the problem occurs, right? It also increases cellular hydration. It improves overall function, communication, and of course, it promotes waste removal from your body. So, a lot of our members tell us that after consuming Cluster X2 for the initial 1 week, they urinate more, which is great because your body is throwing off toxins from your body, right? So all of that can happen only when you're hydrated. And of course, it also replenishes the level of clustered water in your body, which was present when you were young, but it has gone down with age. So it actually replenishes that level in your body. Last but not the least, I would like to talk about premium noni juice, which is a wonder product when it comes to women health. Since I've told you so much about micronutrients and its importance, I would like to reiterate that with this product. This product is your shot of antioxidant and micronutrients that your body requires. As the name suggests, it has noni present in it. The noni fruit is a superfruit which has a lot of antioxidants and bioflavonoids and phytonutrients, vitamins, minerals, etc. added to it. And we've added noni in various forms here. So there's noni juice, there's noni puree, and noni powder added to it. So there are 3 forms of noni added so that it becomes highly potent. You do not have to have a lot of noni. Just 1 serving twice a day does its work. Right? It also has pineapple and white grape and Concord grape added to it, so that one, it can give you much better antioxidant benefits, like noni can be supplemented with this. And other than that, it can also, improve the taste. So if you've ever had noni fruit, if you've tasted it, it's very bitter. So you cannot just have noni juice. It's extremely bitter. Also, this product is made for kids. So we want to be, we want to make sure that's palatable for kids. So we have made sure that these fruits can kind of complement the taste of noni and also give the benefits, right? It has a lot of benefits. It has a direct impact on your immune system because of the kind of micronutrients the product has. It will give you great energy levels, and it will give you vitamins, minerals, enzymes, bioflavonoids, phytonutrients, and antioxidants that your body requires. Also, it is certified by USDA. So, it is great for both adults and children. So it's like your shot of antioxidant that you should consume once in a day so that you get the benefits it has to offer. All right, so with that, I come towards the end of my presentation. But before I end it, I'd like to play a little quiz with all of you, which will, tell me that how much were you alert throughout my webinar? How much did you understand, or what did I tell you? And, I will also understand that how much do you know about your own health? So that will give me a good, feedback of the webinar myself, right? So let us start with quiz. Okay, so the winner of the quiz gets a prize. So before I tell you and I start the questions, I'd like to tell you the rules of the quiz. First of all, you have to answer all questions correctly. Let me tell you, there are 5 questions. You need to answer all 5 questions correctly. And the fastest one to answer gets a chance to win 1 premium noni juice bottle for yourself for absolutely free. Right? So that's what you get as a prize when you answer all my quiz questions correctly. Now, let me give you the rule. While I tell you the question, you just have to take a pen and paper and note down your answers. I will be disabling the chat while I am giving you questions. All the answers have to come at the end of the quiz. Okay, so there are 5 questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each question has a right answer. So for example, 1 has A, 2 has B, C has 3, whatever. I'm just giving an example. So you have to note it down. And once all the questions are done, I will tell you to post those answers together. Like, together you have to post. Like, for example, B, C, A, D, D. You have to post it together on the chat box. The one who posts all the correct answers and the fastest gets the prize. All right. Is it clear to everyone? Did you all understand the rules? Are you all excited to begin the quiz? Can I get a yes from all of you on the chat box? Can I get a yes from everyone? Oh, great. I'm getting yeses. Perfect, perfect. Which means all of you have understood the rules. So right now, I am going to disable the chat. Okay. So as soon as I'm going to show you the first question, I'm going to disable the chat. Till then, quickly grab a pen and paper so that you can note down your answers. Otherwise, you'll forget what was for what, right? You'll forget that. So I'll just give you like 2 seconds. Quickly grab a pen and paper so that you can note down your answers. And of course, the one who gives me the right answer at the end for all 5 questions and the fastest wins a prize for yourself. All right, so let us begin. I am going to disable the chat box right now for all of you. All right, perfect. So let us begin with the first question. The first question is, which out of these would you choose to start your day in the morning? Okay, I repeat, which out of these would you choose to start your day in the morning? Here I'm expecting you to give me the most healthiest option. All right, these are three options in front of you, A, B, and C. A says you should have a cup of tea with biscuit in the morning. B says you should have a cup of lemon water with honey in the morning. And C says you should have a cup of warm water with pinch of cinnamon powder in the morning. What do you think is the right answer? And you're obviously, I am wanting to understand your idea of health. So, how do you start your day if you want to be the most healthy one? You have to identify that and you just have to note down your answer. So, for example, if the right answer is A, you just have to note down 1A. Okay, do not put it on the chat box. Anyways, the chat box is disabled, but you just have to note it down. Okay, so that is question number 1. I move to question number 2 now. The question number 2 is, what is your go-to product for ultimate cellular hydration? I repeat, what is your go-to product for ultimate cellular hydration? A, triotin protein powder. B, omega-3 essential fatty acids. C, cluster X2. What is your go-to product for ultimate cellular hydration? Just note down the answer and keep, okay? Coming to question number 3. Triotin provides you with your daily requirement of vitamin D. A, true. B, false. The statement, is it true or false? You just have to write A or B, okay? So third, A or B. You just note it down with yourself and keep it. Okay. Coming to question number 4. Which of the below foods are hidden sources of sugar? I repeat, which of the below foods are hidden sources of sugar? There are 4 options in front of you. A, cornflakes. B, mouth freshener. C, sauces, salad dressings, and ketchups. And D, all of the above. What do you think is a hidden source of sugar? When I say hidden source, it means that it is most obviously it is not sugar, but when you read the ingredients, it has sugar written in it. So you cannot see sugar, but it is present. Hidden source of sugar. A, B, C, D. Note down the right answer. All right. Last but not the least, coming to the final question of the quiz, which product would you choose if you face frequent digestive issues? A, triotin protein powder. B, enhanced essential probiotics. C, cluster X2. D, premium noni juice. Which of these products would you choose if you face frequent digestive issues? Whatever you think is the right answer, you just note it down and keep. All right. So this is the last question. I am assuming that all of you have 5 right options with you. Okay. So I just need 5 right options in the right order, of course. So if it is B, C, D, A, C, I want it in that form. I'm not giving you answers. I'm just giving you a random form, right? A, B, C, D, E. It can be in this form. So I just need that in the chat box. All right. So right now I am going to enable the chat box, and the one who gives all the right answers in the correct order, the fastest, is the winner. Sukanya, are you around?
Yes, Sakshi, I am here.
Okay, perfect. So I am enabling the chat box and I'll need your help to tell me who is the winner. All right, the chat box is enabled and you can put in your answers. Whoever puts in the right answer first wins. Sukanya, please let me know who is the winner. Okay, before telling who is the winner, I would also share the correct answers with you, Sukanya, and everybody else.
Yes.
These are the correct answers. So you can check it for your own self. The answer for the first question was have a cup of warm water with a pinch of cinnamon powder. That's the most healthiest way to start your mornings. So if you are somebody who starts your morning with a cup of tea, please do not do that. You are just adding caffeine and tannins in your body right in the morning, which is dehydrating your body. So please do not do that. Okay. The second answer was C, Cluster X2. That's the go-to product when it comes to hydration. The third answer was A, true. So vitamin D is there in triotein and it fulfills your daily requirement. Fourth answer was D, all of the above. All of those options had hidden sugars in it. So your cornflakes, your sauces, your salad dressings, especially the ones that you get out and that's not homemade, have hidden sugar added in it, right? So all of the above. And fifth, so if you have digestive issue, which is your go-to product? Enhanced Essential Probiotic. That is B. So the correct order is CCADB. All right. So whoever has given the answer CCADB in the right order and the first one wins. So can you help me, Sukanya? Who is it?
Yeah, Sakshi, we have a winner. Congratulations, Kashung.
Oh, great. Kashung is the winner.
Yeah.
Sukanya, can you confirm?
Yes. Kashung is the winner. So congratulations.
Okay. Perfect. Great, Kashung. And everybody else who has participated, I can see amazing answers. And I can see all of you have, almost participated. All the participants have participated. So that is great. And the winner is Kashung, who has given all answers correctly in the right order and the fastest, right? So congratulations to you. And you will get your prize delivered to you very soon. Congratulations. And for the others who have not won this time, please stay geared up, for other webinars that I'm going to take very soon, because I have these kind of contests in my webinar where you get a chance to win something for yourself. And if you hear out my webinar well, I am sure these questions were not very difficult, right? They are all easy questions that you can easily answer, but you have to be like super, super attentive throughout my webinar. Right. So on that note, once again, congratulations to Kashung and all the other participants who participated in this. Now, before I conclude my webinar, I would like to give you a couple of recap tips, before I end. Number one, have good amount of whole grains in your diet, have millets in your diet. Make sure that you have at least one portion of fruit in a day. You should consume a variety of veggies in your diet. You should be aware of your daily requirement of fiber, which is around 25 to 30 grams. So consume good amount of fiber. Have at least 3 to 4 liters of water so that you're hydrated. You should practice pranayam or, some kind of breathing exercises so that, you can release all the stress that your body has. Aim to get at least an average of 6 to 8 hours of good quality sleep. Very essential. And of course, you should be physically active. At least for, 45 to 60 minutes is ideal. But if I say like minimum, at least try to hit that 30-minute cap so that you can live a healthy life. All right. Also, since Women's Day is on, we have a couple of offers going on, which are ending on 31st of March. So you have like a little more than a week to avail these offers that are available. One that, all of these are the offer. So Women's Day special offer that was launched around Women's Day. So these are all the offers which I'm sure you are aware of. And if you haven't availed it yet, please start, getting in touch with your sponsors and start availing these offers. These are all the offers that are present that you can avail, and the promo for all these offers ends on 31st of March. So these are all the Women's Day offers that you can avail on till 31st of March. And of course, I'm sure you know about this ongoing offer. which is get 4 premium noni juice bottles at the price of 2. Since we had so much conversation about micronutrients and its requirement and how it is essential to make sure you're healthy, this is your time to grab the offer, right? So you get 4 premium noni juice bottles at the price of just 2. So you can avail this offer as well before 31st of March. All right, so on that note, I'd like to end today's webinar. Thank you so much for being with us till the end. It was lovely hosting all of you. Take good care of yourselves and do follow us on our social media pages, our Facebook and Instagram pages, so that you do not miss any of the updates that we want to share with you on a day-to-day basis. So make sure you follow us there and be available for all the webinars, etc. we take on a regular basis. All right. Thank you so much once again, and have a lovely evening. Do take very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Take care.